roads twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Ain't no cage that can hold me down. No leash, no chains, no goddamn crown. I'm a rebel, yeah, my spirit's raw. The world can't touch what the wild man saw. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Based on nicknames like Big Thunder, Super Thunder Valley, the super long and super fast, a paperclip with steroids. This is the iRacing Superspeedway, and it is the home of the 2025 Season 6 edition of the NASRA Clash. After a much-needed couple of weeks off after Jonathan Cofield locked up Season 5 to make the 5th different champion of the Monday Series, the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series virtual competitors and their virtual warlord of machines and their kaleidoscope of colors are ready to go for preliminary night. We welcome you to the iRacing Superspeedway for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. This is the NASRA Clash. And Binglestein Hopton, our producer, you wanted it, you got it. We are live at the virtual iRacing Superspeedway. Welcome to a exhibition race, if you will, to set the stage for the upcoming year. And I'm back with you for another season as my 4th year as anchor for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is my great friend, the voice of the Cops Truck Series on Friday night, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. Binglestein Hopton, I'm sure I'm going to bring him in for commentary because this was something that came from the brainchild of Biggles, our producer. Jacob, this is the massive iRacing Superspeedway. You want to talk about big? You want to talk about fast? This is going to be a great concept race tonight, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Wesley Outland, good evening to you and good evening to everybody out there watching live on the NASRA-360 Racing Network. Boy, I'm telling you, when Biggles wanted to keep pushing this, we want the iRacing Superspeedway. We want this damn track. Well, guess what? You wanted it. You got it. He is going to have an absolute field day here with this, folks. 3 miles in length, bigger than any super speedway that we'll ever see. And you're going to see the speeds out here is going to be way faster than what you would see at Daytona or Talladega. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, for sure, man. And obviously, as we get closer, and it sets the bar for what we're going to witness, no doubt. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be exciting. You better strap in. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Katie Brador, because we are definitely going to be treated to, I think, an absolutely phenomenal race here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, without a further ado, here is a look at the starting lineup as the field is rolling, the grid is rolling, and we're ready to go here with the NASRA Clash. J.D. Larson and Andrew Harris will make up the front row. J.D. Larson under a minute on the pole with a 55.948 around the 3 mile super speedway. Joshua Stuss and Adam Newton on row number 2. Then it's Chris Blanchard from Maine and Tyler Goodwin on row number 3. You want to talk about row 4? Chad Ross in the 38, ready to have a good season in the Goodrich machine. And Shane Trotter from Asheboro for Mountain View is ready to go in the double deuce. Jacob Crawford, Cody Knott, a top 10 qualifying run. And Phil Pappas, in a regular season NASRA points champion of 2 years ago. Taylor Peacock make row number 6.
54 of Matt Cherry is going to roll off 13th with Christopher Morse Jr., a new face here in the DSR Electric Truck Series this season. He'll be rolling off from P14. Ryan DeLava will start in P15 with Buzzy Mongold in 16th. How about Dula Light? Matt Dula out here. He's going to be rocking and rolling for P17. And Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith, he'll be rolling off from P18. James Kaufman and 00 Huck Wigginton make up the top 20 with Cole Larson, Craig Schroeder 21st, 22nd, and rounding out the top 24, it's Raul Meza and the 7 of Kerry Tribune.
Right now, the rest of the field will find Jonathan Cofield, our series champion of last year. He's got Nate Maurer to his flank on the outside from Pennsylvania. Then it is Joey Stiers and Justin Lumpkin ready to go for Chrome and Swim. They're both two-team operation. Swim again with Brian Chew, the Holodaddy, Mr. Restrictor Plate, and Jeffrey Johnson will start 30th. Stephen Thomas, shotgun on the field. Another Swim driver in the 44. TJ Moore is in race control, and we are about ready to get it started here at the iRacing Superspeedway. we introduced the layout. It is a 3-mile, high-banked super speedway. 30 degrees of banking in the turns. 3 miles, 4.83 kilometers. Pit road speed will be 65 miles an hour. This was a concept made by iRacing and actually the NASCAR racing computer game back in the day when it was called the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. It was then brought to the iRacing simulation platform as iRacing Superspeedway. This is a concept track located in Bedford, Massachusetts. And it is about to be the home of Season 6 NASRA Clash. Jacob Reeves, are you ready? This is a massive track, man. Enjoy the fun ride. This is like, as I mentioned, Martinsville on steroids.
This is going to be a bad one right here. And one thing about it, we talked about how wide, or we really didn't get a chance to talk how wide this place is. Way wider than everywhere we're going. Wesley, we're getting ready to rock and roll, baby.
Pace cars in on pit road. The preliminary season underway for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. iRacing Superspeedway. The NASRA Clash is green. It is a long road to straightaway turn 1. Whole shot is a dead heat between Larson and Harris. Stride for stride. Sharp corners. High banks. Turn number 2. They're on the back stretch and they're already getting up to speed.
Yep, J.D. Larson down on the bottom side. Joshua Suss latched right onto his tailgate. Adam Newton latched right onto the 87 of Andrew Harris. Don't be surprised to see guys getting 3-4 wide very easily. Blanchard got down, hit the apron. Look at him fan out, baby. This is why we love iRacing Superspeedway.
Here they come off of turn 4. Close to the line, almost at the line, or at the line. 1 lap in. By the way, this is a straight-up 50-lap race. Exhibition. We are reloading SDK, and we got trouble. Matt Cherry turns into the pack, and this is why iRacing Superspeedway is so dangerous. We got trucks airborne. We got trucks crashing. Matt Cherry, LD Larson, and a host of others wrecking. Luke Smith, Joshua Suss collected. Serve pro caution. Number 1 out here on lap 1 completed of the NASRA Clash in turn 1.
Holy hell, what a wreck to start it out right here. Goodness. Wow, that started right up at the front of the field,
the 54. Baby. You find the 54 Matt Cherry and you'll find what happened. What in the world went wrong? It looked like just bump drafting too early. Look at the inside. Plenty of room. Not for Cherry. That red and white truck. That's the 98 of Larson. And then other trucks just plow into the wall. And this is what we talk about. How fast the speeds and the crashes are at the iRacing Superspeedway. Jacob right on board with Matt Cherry. Watch how hard he hit and got up in the air. He bicycled, but he bicycled the rear end of his tires.
Yeah, I mean, he really did. I mean, over 200 miles an hour, 210 to be exact when they went into wood. A little bit of air down there on the inside, a little bit of room, but bam, I mean, right up against the wall, literally riding the damn fence, going through 1 and 2. A couple of others, Joshua Suss, one of those innocent bystanders. Look at everybody having to stop right there going through the corners. Wesley, you talked about how steep these corners is here at iRacing Superspeedway. These guys having to lock it down. They make sure that they can keep it on the damn track, because if they just stop with all that gravity, it's going to shoot them all the way down to the apron, and then you could end up still locking it down, but still slipping down and getting into the mix. Watch it again. Harris up top. You got Cherry right here. But I think what it was I think maybe J.D. Larson saw a hole, and it just closed up so damn quick that, I mean, Cherry just comes down. He thinks he's able to clear it. But that's one of those things. Look at wheels. We got wheels rolling in 1 and 2, Wesley. They're rolling all over the place.
We got beef and we got wheels. We got beef and we got wheels, brother. Another look at it. Watch this again. We got beef and we got wheels. Watch the 98. Phil Pappas we're on board with him now. And look at this. Wow, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. I mean, they just basically just drove up in front of him. And there is the impact, and there's the heavy lifting of Matt Cherry's truck. And there's the wheel. Oh, you picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. There it is. There it is, Jacob.
I'm trying to figure out whose wheel that is. I'm trying to actually look. It may be J.D. Larson's wheel. I'm not 100%. No, excuse me. There it is right there. 88, Phil Pappas loses the wheel on that 88. Just hard impact up against the wall. And you think, I mean, you mentioned it a second ago. I mean, Pappas is in a screwed up situation is what he's in. He's got nowhere to go. He sees Cherry spinning. All he can do is just hold his line and just pray to God that they don't come up and just straight up clean him out. But unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. And a lot of drivers that we saw, some of those big names like Brian Chew, Jonathan Cofield, those others, they elected not to qualify. They elected to start at the back. Wesley, I got a feeling that right there is exactly why they said they wanted to start back there at the back.
Early caution, we're stepping away. The NASRA Clash. Oh, the gargantuan. The iRacing Superspeedway just getting started to claim victims. We're back in a moment.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Welcome back to the NASRA Clash. Hey, I got to bring in Dean. Dean, you finally wanted it. You got it, boss. This is theater at its finest, virtual style, sir.
Yeah, it is. So this is what I'm all about, of course, virtual tracks as well. I do believe that iRacing should allow more in there, allow people to create their own tracks there and send them in by popular vote, have people do it, and maybe you'll end up with a track that everybody loves and they can add it to the actual schedule as well, too, for racing. But we're here. It's the big one, and of course, you've seen a big accidents already, cars up into the catch fence and all that sort of jazz. It's going to be quite interesting to see how these drivers, they don't regularly practice this. It's not on a regular schedule as well, too, of course. It's an exhibition race. But it's fun. I'm glad we finally get to go here again.
And I don't think it does justice to show how banked this track is, especially coming off the corner. Pace trucks in after the first Surf Pro caution. We're back underway here at the NASRA Clash. Caution laps do count. We are back underway. We'll show you the race details down below so you got an idea of what's going on. Look at the bottom right as we work our way back into the corner. Jacob, you don't realize how banked this place is until you come off that banking and then hit the flat. And the straightaways are so long here.
No, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, and not only that, I mean, you know, when you come off of the corner, when you come off the corner just like they did, it will throw you for a loop. But another one, think about it like this, folks, 200 miles an hour, bam, they're slamming down going into turn 3. Watch them get squirrely the way that they are. Very, very hard to get a handle on these trucks around iRacing Superspeedway.
People have to have patience. I'm not going to lie about this one. By the way, 36 degrees of banking. That is more banking than even Bristol or even Talladega, which is the real-life track of NASCAR's biggest track. 36 degrees. You're greeted on it at the iRacing Superspeedway. Here they come, working back down to the line. Any moment now, you'll see the start-finish line in sight. As they work into that third turn, it is Crawford now having the opportunity to lead the way. He's up in front. Jacob Crawford, Chad Ross, and look at behind you. You got them tandem, 2 by 2 by 2, as they work their way now off of that 36 degrees of banking, heading to turn number 4, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And you're going to see a lot of these guys shoot off of the corner, much like what you're seeing right there. Going through the corner, nobody's really going to be making any passes. But once they come off the corner, oh, my God, they will make passes. 4 wide. Now we got a spinner at the front is Taylor Peacock. He goes around. Kaufman gets it in as well. We got another big one.
Peacock, Harris, other trucks sliding down the bottom of the apron to the apex of turn 1 and 2, and it's Calamity again, and the leader again, take it out for the second time. Jacob Reeves, you saw it happen. Mr. Redneck announcer in turn number 1.
Yeah, and you see Peacock right there. Actually,
oh, man.
Bump right there by Kerry Tribute getting into Crawford. Knocked Crawford all kinds of out of shape, and he was not wanting to run over Taylor Peacock, but Kerry Tribute couldn't see it. I've seen it numerous times, and I've lived it driving these trucks. It's hard to see what's going on in front of the truck that you're pushing. He didn't know that he was getting so close to Taylor Peacock that he just straight up shoved Crawford right into him, knocked him sideways. Peacock goes up the hill, gets into Kaufman, takes out a number of other drivers. Watch it again. Peacock comes down. You got Newton up top. He's trying to rock and roll the best that he can. Here is Crawford. He gets shot, hits the apron, gets into Peacock, sends him around. There goes Harris. Newton is a lucky dog, misses all of it. It goes around him, the lucky bulldog, but everybody else, oh, wow, Crawford takes a hard impact on the outside retaining wall as well.
Another look at it again. Look at this from up on back outside the top 5. Look at this now. Rob Mez's truck. By the way, there's an issue going on with trading paints. It is not on our end. It's something with their server because constantly it's always messed up. I don't know why, but they need to get their act together. There's Peacock and Kaufman in the fence. They crash. Harris gets collected. You saw Crawford. You saw... Man. Also, what's the other guy? James Kaufman, all part up in it. And another multi-truck crash going into turn number 1. Post Poppers instant replay for the NASRA Clash, and they are coming down pit lane. 9 of 50 laps. 40 to go. We've had 2 cautions for 4 laps, and a lot of guys are coming in for pit stops.
Yeah, and a lot of them probably coming in just to top it off of fuel. But another thing about this, Wesley, is a lot of it could have to do with these tires. You know, we were talking about the 36 degrees of banking in these corners, just how fast they're going in. You got to try to keep it as best you can. I mean, it's not like Daytona, Talladega here. We're going a hell of a lot faster and a lot more steeper as well. So that's a lot right there. May end up seeing some guys jump down and get 4 fresh tires, but there is a tire limit on how many sets of tires that they can use. So it's 3 in the pits, 1 on the truck. But the one thing about this, Wesley, usually we have seen it in the Clash, is that usually for certain races like this, they may just say, you know what, screw it, we'll give you a faster pair if need be. Not tonight, baby. They're going really like it will be the whole season. Ray LaBeouf, Cody Knott, they said, screw y'all ain't getting no faster pairs. You just got to survive to try to win it.
And we will survive another round of commercials. It has been a wild opening 10 laps, 40 to go. The iRacing Superspeedway. The concept of big speed returns with the NASRA Clash next.
Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Lights off for the pace truck. Welcome back to coverage of the NASRA Clash. This is the Season 6 lid lifter. Don't forget, we're going to be at the World Center of Racing at virtual Daytona International Speedway next Monday night. Qualifying night to set the front row for the NASRA DSR Daytona 250. How about that, Jacob Reeves? We got single truck qualifying. I always enjoy it. I know you do as well. We talk to the drivers. We get their thoughts. We get to highlight them one-on-one, and just like Joey Stiers, there he is, ready for another year. Joey Stiers on track. That'll be coming up next week, qualifying Daytona.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing right there you see about Joey Stiers, got to give him a big old shout out. He is a brand new dad, much like me. His baby girl was born as well, so big shout out to Joey Stiers. Hopefully, I was trying to give him a couple of tips on one of the Friday nights. I tried to give him a little bit of tips.
There you go. Get your camera.
Hey, try this, try that, and everything. But I told him, I said, it doesn't make a damn. I said, everything that you do, or everything I tell you, it probably ain't gonna work, probably.
We'll see what happens as we'll get ready to go back to green. Pace truck is in.
Green flag.
After the second Surf Pro caution, NASRA Clash back underway. 40 laps to go, or under 40 to go. As they come back to the restart zone, 39 remaining. There they go. Flying down this long straightaway. Up 36 degrees of banking. It's been treacherous turn one. Let's see if they can hold their line this time. Right now, it is Chris Blanchard from Maine leading them off two.
Yeah, and Blanchard almost lost it right there off the front end of Adam Newton. Check out up top. Cole Larson, 20 in the house. Thomas right behind him as well. Matt Doola's going to try to take it 3 wide. Suss able to battle back from this as well. But up front, the young man of Cole Larson, he's got the lead. He's going to hang Thomas and Doola out to dry off 4.
Look at the way they shuffle inside and outside lane. And even if you just try to go from the bottom to the middle of the top or vice versa, it looks like it aggravates your truck. You've got to save the back end from coming out. Right now, Larson to the lead. As they come across the stripe, couldn't they go 3, 4, 5, 6 wide? You're damn right they can. Track's wide enough. It's banked enough. 36 degrees. It's Larson on the inside, catfishing in 1.
Yeah, and right now they're actually starting to get single filed out. I think maybe they saw, okay, this handling, like you were talking about, Wes, everybody fishtailing coming off of the corners, especially going into the corners with that jam down, with the G-forces slamming down into the track. Maybe we need to get it single filed out. This 3-4 wide, it ain't going to work right now. We'll save it for a little bit later on. Up front, Cole Larson still with the lead. Now they start to get a little bit squirrely back here. Chris Morse Jr. to the outside, they're 3 wide behind them.
And look at them now funnel out as they work off of turn 4 here at the iRacing Superspeedway. This track, when it was built, was known as the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. It made a lot of noise back during the COVID era in 2020 when they ran an eNASCAR Coca-Cola event at this facility. And right now, it is Larson in the lead, holding on to that top spot. Hey, Racing Guy 19, Wesley, why haven't you been announcing around Alabama, Georgia? Well, here's the deal. There has been 4 opportunities that I've had the chance to announce in Georgia, and either Mother Nature screws up the plans and they get rained out, or I was invited to go to Toccoa and to North Georgia. However, I had other commitments on my schedule, so therefore I wasn't able to go to. Hopefully I can get down to Georgia way or Alabama sometime soon. But for the most part, I've been doing a lot of traveling up in the Northeast, Pennsylvania, coming up with Lucas Oil at Port Royal. I'll be at Wythe Raceway in Virginia, Princeton, West Virginia this weekend, Winchester last weekend. So I'm still traveling, just not down in the hot South, right? So nonetheless, thank you, Racing Guy, for that question. And obviously, Jacob Reeves, it is Larson over Blanchard. Newton, Mongold, and the defending champion Cofield. He's in the top 5 from Mumford, Alabama, as we're single file back to 1.
Yeah, I mean, and you think about that with Jonathan Cofield, one of those drivers, make it like the 33 at Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. They did not qualify. They started at the back of the field and done it on purpose to try to miss out on all the wrecks that we've been seeing with Taylor Peacock getting involved, Matt Cherry, James Kaufman, Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith, all those guys getting involved in all those wrecks. They wanted to start at the back for that reason. Now they find themselves up at the front, but most of the wrecks we've seen tonight, Wesley, has been up at the front of the field. I would actually want to hang back a little bit more, because if you're right up at the front, odds are you're in the middle of the damn. I mean, you're honestly in the eye of the storm, so I'd rather be back there at the back. At least that's me.
35 to go, and it is Larson now in the lead. By the way, that is not the other Larson that crashed of J.D. Larson. This is Cole Larson. We're having an issue with trading paints. Please don't sue us. We got the names. Oh, yeah. Welcome back. Like the lyrics to the song, welcome back. The names have all changed since you come around, and some are the same. As Larson works to the inside, Blanchard to the bottom. Newton will follow, and we're back up 36 degrees into turn 1.
Stephen Thomas riding on board with him. And Bush Jr. gets
Wow.
got a little bit of door banging at over 200 miles an hour at iRacing Superspeedway. Christopher Morris Jr. straight to the back. We'll have to find him a drafting partner. Cole Larson got that bad boy sucked right onto the yellow line, all the way down to the bottom, all the way down in the cellar, where Grandpappy has the moonshot from Granny, and Blanchard and Newton trying to run him down, trying to make a 3-horse, trying to get away from everybody else.
Where Grandma hides the cookies and the Coke at the iRacing Super Speedway from Grandpa up on the top shelf. And right now, there's your race recap. Heading towards the halfway mark in about another 8 circuits. Don't forget qualifying for Daytona next Monday night. Then we've got the duels in 2 weeks. And then in 3 weeks' time, Season 6, green flag. The Daytona DSR Electric 250. You don't want to miss it. All on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And yes, we might do some races on CRN as well, like we are broadcasting the NASRA Clash right now. Jacob Reeves, Wesley Outland, Bigglestein, Hopkins. Dean, I got 3 words for you. Oh, hold on. We got trouble. We're wrecking again. There it is. Hold it. Save it. He saved it, but they, man, they're going there. Oh, they lost it again. This will trigger a caution. What's the old cliche about Daytona or Talladega? It's not the fact of the person that started the wreck. It's the ones that are trying to avoid it that get collected in the aftermath. Third yellow flag is just that.
Yeah, honestly, the caution was the 7, but we have got to go ride on board with Adam Newton. This is what your caution was. Newton's going around. We'll get to Newton in a minute, but check out that right there. We got to ride on board with him.
Oh, no.
There you go. There's your contact with a 13. A Goodwin gets into the back of Tribune and just sends him around, but everybody was trying to duck and dodge, trying to play a little dodgeball with Adam Newton, the Bulldog. Biggles, you got to get a ride on board all the way from when this started, all the way back to when this started with the Bulldog, because this is a hell of a save by Bulldog Adam Newton.
It's a rich, you can dodge the ball. You can dodge the draft. Hey, look at this. Oh, man. But what a save. What a save, though, for Adam Newton. Look at this. And then look at this. That happened in front of him, not behind him. It happened in front of him. And it's because they were trying to avoid him. Adam Newton, okay. Kerry Tribune, the one that got the short end of the stick. I think the 44 of Thomas got into him. Watch this. Keep following it. Keep following it. There it is. Thomas into the right rear of the 7 of Tribune, and then he got into the other of Goodwin, and that caused the accident there. Wow.
Yeah, but, that would have never happened to Kerry Tribune had Adam Newton not.
Everybody, I think it's coming down pit lane. It is Blanchard, Ross, Goodwin. Everybody's on pit lane. Everybody's on pit road. for tires and fuel. A lot of them are. By the way, you got to remember, you got 4 sets of tires for a 50-lap race. Use it. Take advantage of it proudly. Loud and proud here at the NASRA Clash. Let's look at the weather conditions. We haven't really talked about that since we came on the air. Look at that as we showed you the race details. Here comes the weather. Yeah, it's nice. Partly cloudy, 70 degrees on the track. Virtual sim temp is at 66. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs, as Dean said. Dean, 4 words. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I
that's 4
am
words.
entertained. If you could split enter and entertain in half. Thank you. Back to you in the studio, gentlemen.
30 laps to go. We're heading to halfway, and we are taking another break from the NASRA Clash. Stay with us. It's getting good, and we're not done yet as we're approaching the halfway mark of this race.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
If people only knew, people only knew what we talk about during commercial break. And I will say this, Jacob, you got beef. What happened, buddy? What are you mad about as we're getting ready for a restart?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. We got Trading Paints screw it up, Discord screw it up. I mean, I was sitting there talking, all of a sudden you get this, or however the hell it sounds, but you just popped me out of and literally shut the whole Discord down. I'm sitting here talking, and then I look down, I got internet, everything else. Wesley's thinking I need to pay my bills. There's nothing wrong. Everything is fine. You know what? Screw it. First one of the season 6. We got beef. Screw it. Discord, Trading Paints, they're all screwing us here this evening, apparently.
Oh, don't forget about the Cops Truck Series, the playoffs, with that guy's lead anchor on Friday night. Let's try this again, shall we? We are heading to halfway after our 3rd caution.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, the band's all back together again. Larson on the restart, down to the inside. He's got now Dula and Ross. Here's a guy that I spoke with earlier. Chad Ross really wants to turn his season around. Had some up and down moments last year, Jacob, but he really wants to make some noise. Right now, he's in 2nd. Dula now. And the leader is Larson as we come to 28 to go next time around.
And you mentioned Chad Ross. I mean, a man right here, literally, what would turn your season around than to win the opening race of season 6, to win the Clash and go ahead and get that momentum going. Right now, he's getting a shot from Blanchard with a shot from Adam Newton. Now, Ross is mentioned as we talk about him. He's going way up the track. Blanchard and all of them, they're going to shoot by him. Larson leads them off a turn 4, but Ross is heading to the back.
I don't want to say that they're getting greedy by any stretch of the imagination, but they are trying to be a little more aggressive behind the leaders. We've noticed that is where the storms brewed a couple of times. 28 laps to go. This is only a 50-lap exhibition race. No points on the line. Bragging rights on the line to win at iRacing Superspeedway under the NASRA banner for the first time ever. It's Larson on the inside in 2.
Yeah, Larson down on the bottom side. Blanchard up top with the Bulldog. Adam Newton, Matt Dula. Dula Light in the house on the bottom side. Buzzy Mongold up here as well. Stephen Thomas started 31st. Brian Chew started 29th. They didn't even qualify. Here they are up here inside of the top 10, but Larson leads them off of turn 4.
Oh, little slip there. A wiggle, a jiggle, a giggle, and a bobble. And somehow they hold on to it. Look at this second, third line starting to get formed. We're 3 wide again as they thunder down into the end of the front straightaway. And they go into turn 1.
Ooh, baby, here we go.
Wow, another loose. Boy, those trouble almost there for Larson. What a save as he was really loose. Fishtailing off too, and he keeps it on the bottom.
Yeah, he done a fantastic job keeping it down there, but Newton and Blanchard, they was able to get the slingshot, slide right around Larson, kick him back to third. Thomas trying to get something going in this middle lane. He's got Chad Ross behind him. Brad Chew up there as well. And wow, baby Larson tried to go up to the middle lane. They all hung him out to dry, but Thomas may end up hanging with Larson off forward.
Here they come. That long straightaway. Oh, they almost got into the safer barrier. Almost at the fence, keeping a hold on it. As he goes in that machine, the teal green truck up on the outside lane. Look at Blanchard. He now battles Larson in the middle. Not done yet. They're up the hill. Blanchard now goes after Larson on the inside. It's Brian Chew who I'm referring to. You call him the Holla Daddy. I call him Mr. Restrictor Plate. He's gung-ho on the top shelf.
Yeah, they ain't got no restrictor plates here tonight, so the Holiday will do just fine. Here he goes. Lines right up with Stephen Thomas. Chrome Racing in the house, trying to make it happen. Sick with it, Motorsports. Lined up Thomas with Chew. Larson still leads, but Thomas and Chew are going to make a whole head of steam coming off 4.
And they'll be looking for the cross flags this time by. Here they come, flashing under the stripe. 25 down, 25 laps to go in the exhibition NASRA Clash for the Season 6 lid lifter of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Let's give you your top 10. It's Larson, Blanchard, Newton, Mongold, Christopher Morse, a new neighbor on the series. Then it's Stephen Thomas, Chad Ross, Andrew Harris, Joshua Suss, Raul Meza. We've seen 3 cautions in the first 25 laps, and they are, well, there you go. Elbows up on the back of the tailgate, showing the chrome horn. Blanchard down to the inside. I was about to say that, but I didn't, as they worked again off turn number 4.
Yeah, I mean, and you saw that one little clip right there that you saw with Blanchard lined right up in behind Cole Larson. That is more or less what these drivers are having to experience and what they're able to see. Nothing, especially when you're tucked right up on the tailgate of somebody, shoving them going into the corners. And I've already seen a lot of them. Brian Chew was one of them. Going into the corner, get a little bit stacked up. Buzzy Mongold, 97. He gets tagged. He goes around. Caution is out. Christopher Morse Jr. involved as well. And Buzzy Mongold was blinking a little bit, but he is not blinking anymore, and he's looking in the camera going, damn, now y'all got me live on the NASRA-360 Racing Network.
You look down below, and you saw the look of just absolute despair on Buzzy Mongold's face, jaw-dropping moment after he was involved. Caution out for the 4th time here in the second half beginning of the DSR NASRA Clash at the iRacing Superspeedway. This time on the back straightaway, Jacob Reeves in front of you.
Yeah, there you see, woo, baby, Buzzy Mongold up in the air. All 4 tires lifted off of the ground, hits the inside rotated wall. You saw Christopher Morse Jr. right there as well. And, I mean, all of it really started with Morse Jr. He saw a hole, tried to stick it in there. I think from what I saw, it could have been a little bit of net code because with the speeds and how everybody's moving around, we'll check it out right here. Buzzy was blinking a little bit, but check this out. Never touched him. Net code played a factor. You see how he was going through his truck more or less. But then eventually, I mean, Morse Jr. was there. Netcode got there. He ends up seeing the undercarriage of Buzzy Mongold, and then literally both of them hit the inside rotated wall. But that's something we're really going to have to be watching out for. And we got others back here. Look like the 27, Kermit the Frog. Look like he might have got involved in that one as well, and a couple of others. But something we're really going to have to be watching out for here tonight, Wesley Allen, is that netcode with just the speeds, how much is going on. It will play a factor with this netcode here this evening.
Another look at it. You can see where he literally got hit from the back. And Kermit the Frog is frog hopping right now to find work to fix his truck. Man. Oh, man. Here's a look at it again. You're on board now with Ryan Dillevo. He's a new name on NASRA's Truck Series Monday night program. Look at this. Dillevo.
Gotta get tagged in the back.
Bicycles, man. Bicycles. Bicycle. I got our producer singing Queen in the background for sure, man. A little Freddie Mercury. Fourth caution, and they're coming down pit road here, Jacob. And remember, when we lost you and you had your fit with Discord.
Yes.
Welcome back, by the way. I told somebody jokingly, I said, "Shut up!" It sounds like he's got beef, but it sounded like the putties from the Power Rangers. You remember the putties on the Power Rangers? So
my feelings. That hurt my feelings. I said that hurt my feelings. We got beef. That hurt my feelings. I just kidding.
It was the Discord. It's not.
Yeah, but you're making fun of how I sounded. That's exactly how it sounded. I'm not even going to try it again. I already got enough people laughing about it. I got enough of y'all laughing about it in the live chat. Both of y'all laughing about it. I ain't even going to try it again.
Come on. Do it one more. Who's a good boy? Do it one more time. Come on.
I ain't doing it. No, I'm not going to do it. No.
There's Justin Lumpkin, man. Justin's having a good day on a brick house. He's a brick house. He's got a brick house. Look at that beautiful place right there, man. In his own world right now. Ain't nobody gonna bring him a plate of ribs or nothing. Just leave me alone. I'm focused. And there's Justin Lumpkin on pit road, by the way.
Yeah, Justin Lumpkin coming down pit road 18. There you see Hopper Sus. Got the flames going all the way around the camera as well. Real quick, yes, Sus, if you got your headset on, show your baby. Dean wants to see him, apparently. See your baby. He wants to see your baby. Real quick, I have been getting some comments out there, everybody wanting to know when the next episode of the Door Banging Download is going to come up. Plan right now is to have an episode up this week. Don't know what day, but we're going to have one up this week. Matter of fact, Wesley and Dean did not know, but I have been recording behind the mic stuff for this episode. So, without your consent, Dean, but you know what?
You've literally got months of behind the mic stuff that you could use. You could have like a behind the mic episode.
Well, I could, but, if I would have actually remembered to record all of it, I could, but I never recorded any of it because I was so busy with everything else going on that I never really thought about it. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to look back in the archives. I may have some stuff that I could flip up there and probably do some cool stuff and make it interesting or however you want to do it.
The archives of Jacob Reeves. This is the best of the Door Banging Download behind the mic. Better record that right there for your little intro. Yeah. Tony Stires in the house, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. We're coming up, by the way, on 20 to go. I mean, let's ask our audience out there. Are you entertained with the iRacing Superspeedway? Yes? No? We're not done yet. Coming to, by the way, the Premier Racing setups, 20 to go. We'll put them on the screen as we go side by side, and we are back underway in the clash. More details. Premier Racing setups back for another year. If you'd like to know all the details, mention in the checkout, NASRA or Redneck Announcer 57, and they give you 15% off of your order, and 15% goes back into the series or the door banging download. There it is. And we go back underway here at the NASRA Clash down the back straightaway. Right now, it is Larson in the lead. Blanchard, Newton, all in tow. They're locked to the inside as they work in 3.
Yeah, everybody locked down on the bottom of the racetrack. Couple of them trying to work up top. About 4 of them up top trying to make it happen. Blanchard shoving, absolutely shoving. Cole Larson, Joshua Suss, Kappa up top. 87, Andrew Harris up there with Dula. Matt Dula lined up as well. And Chad Ross would love to get up here and mix it up as well. 4 of them up top. Everybody else down on the bottom side through 1 and 2.
Look at, by the way, the 58. Keep an eye on that truck now, starting to make some noise, if you will. That's Cofield. Something's going on with Trading Paints. We apologize for the inconvenience. It is not of our doing. Trading Paints need to get their you-know-what together. Right now, Joshua Suss, the Copper, back to the lead. Here comes the man leading from Kansas, and the rest of the field is in hot pursuit behind him. Pardon the pun. Harris, Larson, Dula, Blanchard. They're all going after Sustis. They're going to run on the outside. Here comes the 87 of Harrison 1.
Yeah, everybody trying to get it going, and Trading Paints needs to get their stuff together, much like Discord does. Meza way up top. He is absolutely going straight to the back. Suss still up top. Harris, big shot, huge shot by Matt Dula. Dula all over his tailgate. Chad Ross, Cofield, they're going to shove Dula out to dry. They're making contact. Taylor Peacock getting up into the mix as well as they head into 3. 4 wide at the 3, and they're going to wreck.
4 wide, and now we've got trouble. Truck in the fence. He's up against the outside safer barrier. It is Chad Ross. He has got to be peed off. Caution is out. The 38 puts us under our 5th Surf Pro caution here at the NASRA Clash. Jacob Reeves, you saw what happened. 2's excitement. 3's a party. 4 is chaos and calamity. And the man in the middle got the short end of the stick right there, Chad Ross.
Yeah, I mean, Chad Ross, you hate to see it for him. I mean, he got the shot. He got it from Cofield. He shot to the inside, got around Dula, and then up front, they was all trying to put the blocks. And eventually, I mean, hell, they were door banging back there for about the 5th, 6th spot. And then Ross just dives into the corner. Suss, just a bad spot. Harris might have pinched Ross down just a little bit, got him into Suss. We'll check it out one more time on instant replay. You see Suss, you see Harris. Watch on the bottom side. Here comes Cole Larson. There's your 4 wide going into 3. Harris didn't really come down. I mean, Suss is just at a bad spot right there. It's nothing you can really do about that. And Harris really didn't give Ross enough room to slide up. But somebody almost, that was Dula. Matt Dula tried to slide through there. Might have got a little bit of net code, might have got a little bit of damage out of it. But check out everybody else just shooting by here. I mean, they were just moving through there. How they did not just straight up T-bone Chad Ross and send him all the way to iRacing heaven is beyond me, because as I'm telling you, that was a wild one right there.
That's Buzzy Mongold. That's the previous cost. No, that's the no, it's not. No, it's not. That actually happened again. Buzzy Mongold, not once, not twice, but he's got airborne. That's Buzzy Mongold. The orange truck is Buzzy Mongold. Watch this again. This happened in the back. Right there, Jacob, as we're watching them go 4 wide. Look at this.
Yeah, that was before they even wrecked up there at the front. Check out Buzzy.
The black truck got Buzzy Mongold up and over. Oh, my goodness. It wasn't just a bicycle. It was a flipperoo. How do you do? The Simu Cube, number 97. And look at Buzzy Mongold. He does not look happy.
Well, that's twice here this evening, West Outland, that Buzzy Mongold has got up in the air. That was the only time he actually went over. Here's the thing. He's blinked. He's flipped. He's done all kinds of stuff. But the crazy thing about it, if you look at the results of where he's at in the running order right now, He's running 21st. He's still on the lead lap, believe it or not. With everything that's happened to Buzzy Mongo tonight, if he gets a top 10 out of this right here, I think they need to make this a damn points race, because this is absolutely crazy what we've seen here this evening.
We bring back in our producer director, the guy in our ear, and obviously Dean. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. He says he's busy. He's probably eating.
You asked for this. You can talk.
He Vegemite sandwich. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You on the air?
Hi.
There you go.
Hi.
She
Hi.
said hello.
Vegemite sandwiches for everybody.
Here we go again.
Yeah, we've talked to your mom before. We have,
Yeah. She was on Behind the Mic.
She has. She was on the mic, yes.
Yeah, Behind the Mic on my podcast. Yeah, because I put that on there, remember?
No one ever loved you like your mom. Okay, I'm going to stop. Lights off of the pace truck. We're going to get ready for a restart. It will be, by the way, a wrap-up of our 5th Surf Pro Caution, Fire, Water, Cleanup, and Restoration Surf Pro, making anything that needs to be completely restored look brand new again. I'm telling you, I look at some of the information, I follow them on social. They take buildings, like massive buildings, Jacob Reeves. If you need to have a quick turnaround after a fire or a damage, water damage, flooding, or if you got to tear down a building and rebuild it, reconstruct it, they get the crew together. You got a deadline. They normally oversee that deadline to make it on time. I mean, great group of people at Surf Pro. We're glad to have them a part of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. All right, 14 laps to go. If you're doing the math here in the NASRA Clash, this track again is 3 miles long. So 14 times 3. Do the math, sir. What is that? 42 miles left when they come back to the green flag.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing about this, and I'm sure, there may be some that's out there saying this, but we had 31 that started the race. 23 of them is still on the lead lap. I am actually very surprised by that number. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the DSR Electric Truck Series. I'm not trying to take anything away from these guys. But this place is a straight up damn behemoth. I figured by the time we got to halfway, half of them would have been wiped out. But we still got a lot of heavy hitters still in this bad boy, Wesley.
Underway, green flag in the air, 14 to go in the NASRA Clash. Superspeedway racing with steroids tonight on to the World Center of Racing and qualifying night next Monday. Off to turn number 1, Larson in the whole shot. The camera angles even just show you how high banked this place is as they're locked to the inside. Now 10 degrees on the straightaway as they work the backstretch now, but Larson in the lead.
Yeah, and they really show the speed, too. Check that out, just shooting right by you at over 200 miles an hour. Cole Larson still with the lead. Chris Blanchard right behind him. Joshua Sustakapa right there as well. Andrew Harris, 87, could really have a strong season here this season. I predict that as well. Harris up top, but it's still Larson off turn 4.
You heard me use the expression as they come down to the front straightaway for 13 to go. This reminds me of Martinsville Speedway on super steroids. And I don't know, Dean, if there's a way you can show a track map to our audience like we have on our timing and scoring for us to keep up with telemetry. Asking you shall receive. There it is. And you see the reason why, Dean and Jacob, why I call it a super speedway Martinsville on steroids, because it looks just like a Martinsville diagram, but it is so much bigger and faster, and calamities around any corner.
It really is. I mean, and every single time these guys dive into the corner, I'm just waiting for one of them to step out, get loose, much less come off the corner, and then they just come from that 36 degrees of banking, come straight up to the front stretch of the back stretch. I'm waiting for one of them to just snap sideways. Maybe a bump draft gone wrong. Somebody latched right onto somebody's tailgate going into the corner. Could really upset the truck in front of them, knock them sideways, or get it right up on the tailgate and knock them sideways coming off the corner. Could upset them, could cause a big one. But most of the time that we've seen our wrecks, here this evening, Wesley Allen, have been in the corners where everybody's getting out of shape from a bump draft to get loose, something happening. But right now, everybody may be thinking, let's be content for a little bit. Let's try to get this sucker all the way to the end. As they're coming 11 laps to go this time. Everybody lined up on the inside, a couple of takers up top, but it's Larson leading them off turn 4.
Look at Blanchard just trying to find that preferred line. And while that goes on, Larson under attack by Blanchard. Joshua Suss right behind him. They work to the inside. Committed to the bottom. However, middle, top lane, trying to get into formation again. Trying to get some kind of disturbance going up on the high side to make a move on the bottom cat feeders. It is still Larson on the inside. The bottom feeder is the number 20. He leads the way. And now here comes 3 and 4 wide. Again, we remember what happened the last time they tried to do that here. Going into turn 3, we're looking for 40 in, 10 to go. It's go time here as they work 3 and 4.
Oh, baby, they're getting good back there in the back, right around the Cody Knott machine. They're looking 3, 4 wide. Some of these guys, Matt Cherry back here, one of them trying to make something happen, shoot up through the field, and try to just line right up, get something going. Whatever they can do, these guys the back know it. 10 to go. We need to start making some moves. We need to start getting toward the front. Anyway, safe, fashion, or form. Riding single file ain't going to do a damn thing. Hunt Wigington, 0-0, trying to make it happen. He's still on the lead lap, maybe with a shot. But these guys back there at the back, they're the ones that's getting 3 and 4 wide, Wesley Allen. Everybody else up there in the top 5, top 10, they're very content just trying to ride single file. A couple of them trying to poke out now.
And right now, heading back into the corner. Remember, single digits now upon us. You're looking live at the iRacing Superspeedway preliminary night. Exhibition race, first time ever. I love this place. I think we should run it again. 9 to go. It is a racer's track. It is a racer's mentality to avoid the big one and to put yourself in position. And if you are in that top 10 single file line, you are in it to win it, Jacob, in turn 2.
Absolutely, and everybody looking to go a little single file up here at the front. One driver pokes out of line. It's last season's champion, Jonathan Cofield. Nobody trying to go with him. One man way back here, Brian Chew, up on the top side trying to use the draft. He may suck right up to Cofield and try to tandem it all the way to the front, but Cofield's actually holding his ground up on the top side.
8 to go. Getting more and more trucks in formation. There's a truck up high. Is a lap down. Lap machine, get out of the way there. That was J.D. Larson. Calls the big one earlier at the start of the race, and a lot of people, using Jacob mentioned, were frustrated with him. Right now, a little pushing, shoving going on in the back stretch. It's still Larson leading. Cole Larson, that is.
Cole Larson still up at the front. Cofield still up top. Nobody giving a hold down on the bottom side for last season's champion, Jonathan Cofield. Brian Cheese finally latched up and finally caught up to him. And Taylor Peacock, I believe, right behind him. Yes, it is in the 12. Thought about it. But here we go. Larson still holding it down up at the front. And there you see, riding on board with Justin Lumpkin, one of those drivers that made it into that wild playoffs that we saw last season, Wesley Allen. Would love to get a little bit further as we got a yellow out here on the racetrack.
We do have a caution. Christopher Morse Jr. has crashed. I think he's already towed to pit road. We'll find out what happened to him, as that will draw a 6th caution of the race. By the way, we are under 10 remaining. 8 to go. Caution out. Let's take a look at a replay coming up to show you what happened to him. He's already in the wall. You saw debris already. You had already saw debris. We need to back up a little bit more. There's the inside shot in the wall. He hit the outside wall. Here it comes again now, Jacob, in front of you.
Yeah, there's the NASRA's area code 971 and Nate Maurer. I haven't talked a whole lot about him. Something missed on the 81. He was just fine riding right in front of Maurer, and then it's just like he hit the brakes and stopped. Maurer had nowhere to go. something missed right there on his. That honestly, that looks like technical failure to me
really
right
does.
there, because the wheel's not moving around, nothing happening, and it's somebody just straight up T-boned him at the start finish line. Good Lord, have mercy, nailed him. And Christopher Morse Jr. with technical issues ends up being out of this bad boy before it's all said and done.
Wow. I just
J.D.
got
Larson.
a piece of it there. It's Larson, I think.
Yep.
Is it the 98? Yes, it was. Wow. What a hit. 6 to go. His track position. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on tight, everybody.
Oh, this is going to hurt. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Oh. Well. It wasn't wide enough.
Damn good, I guess.
Track position or taking tires is the question. You pitting? J.D. Larson says no. Cole Larson says no. My apology. J.D. Larson is going to be pitting. Cole Larson is saying out.
Well,
Maurer and others are coming down pit road, buddy. What you got, Jacob?
Well, I mean, not to step on you or nothing, Wesley, but I mean, you mentioned it right there. Is it the tires or is it the track position? I think a lot of it, if you've got the fuel, screw it. Stay out and just keep that track position. Cole Larson, obviously, Blanchard, Suss, Cofield, and Chew, all those guys up there in the top 5, they're good. But others that may be back there mired back here around the 16th, 17th spot, yeah, if you got the 4 freshies, go in and get them and maybe get you a little extra grip, because we've already seen how everybody's kind of been out of shape here tonight. So that extra grip could really play into your favor, maybe to make some extra moves and try to shoot up on the outside to be able to shoot up through there. But I think if, just like we saw, if you're up there in the top 10, there ain't no sense in going down pit road. Stay out there, keep your track position, because it is kind of hard to get that track position back.
I think you're exactly right. I mean, if you are in the top 10, you're in that group that we mentioned that were single file before the 6th caution flag that came out. There it is, by the way. We're heading to lap number 6. 6 cautions for 17 laps. We are under the yellow flag. There has been 4 lead changes in the race. We've seen a surge now of Mr. Cole Larson leading, and he has been the guy that has been able to kind of hold the field at bay. Let's real quickly take a look at the race details. Bottom right, as you see the race recap, there it is. And the reason why I want to show you this is because there is 3 attempts at a green-white checker for this event. Now, we do know the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series has unlimited attempts during the regular season, but because this is an exhibition, I looked up the information myself this afternoon. It will be, Jacob, controlled with 3 attempts at a green-white checker.
Yeah, I mean, and I could see that for this just as being a clash and everything else. You know, I could see it. There's no points on the line. It's just bragging rights, maybe a little bit extra cash on the line for your clash winner. So, yeah, I can kind of see why they want to just do 3 attempts. And not only that, but they could, at one point, just how much out of shape they've been, everybody just pushing so hard and everybody out of shape so much, you get the unlimited attempts. Hell, we could be here till midnight to finish this thing. So I don't blame them one bit wanting to go with 3 attempts at it. Now, if this had been a points-paying race, I'd have said, you know, let the cautions come out till the cows come home. I'd let them go ahead and just let it fly. But this not actually counting for points, I would say, yeah, that makes a good call. Let's go ahead and just do 3 and try to go ahead and get on out of here and see what happens.
There will be 4 laps to go. When they come back to the restart zone, Brandon Broadfoot chiming in. He says, I say we do it season 11 Fridays. Well, there you go. And I think I said 4 to go. My apologies. It'll be 3 to go. We are still in the regular scheduled distance. So 3 laps to go. If there is a caution before they take the Darren's detail and shine, 1 to go, there will be overtime added. This is non-points, by the way. It's an exhibition. bragging rights of being the first ever winner at the iRacing Superspeedway hang in the balance. Lights off on the pace truck, and they're rocking behind them before they come to green, and they're going to wave off the restart. Crashing before the green, it happened in the back row. Matt Cherry was one of them, and I believe J.D. Larson was the other. And this will now force overtime.
Well, that certainly changes everything, I guess you could say, Wesley Outland, and see exactly what happened back here in the back as to what caused that whole deal with J.D. Larson. What happened with all this right here? I mean, you know, he got spun around, got took around, or whatever else. But something happened, I guess, right here, and I'm actually seeing that he got disqualified as well. So something happened right here with J.D. Larson right here coming off of turn 4. And that made him want to be DQ'd right here.
Yeah, I don't know why. Are we in fast forward mode? Is that what we're doing? No, they never took the green. They never took the green.
It was. I believe it was.
That's the most recent caution. This is your most, yeah, you need to look at the restart box. 54, Matt Cherry was involved, and so was Larson in the 98. No, go back to the restart where they were getting ready to come back to green. I got you. Well, find the 54. You'll find it. I promise you. Because it happened in the back. It happened right before they were coming back to a green flag is when you saw it. You caught a glimpse of it. Now that's the pace truck coming out on the track. So you're way behind. You need to fast forward and fast forward and fast forward. You know, hit that button like you normally. There we go. Watch this. Here you go. Here it is.
Green.
So Matt Cherry, and it was another truck that was behind him. Find J.D. Larson. Find J.D. Larson. And they are saying that J.D. Larson has been disqualified from this race, is what we're being told. J.D. Larson in the 98 has been disqualified from the race. Wow.
And we're wrecking again. Oh, no. Joshua Suss goes up in the air.
We just went back to a restart. This is Blanchard and Joshua Suss crashing as we are now in overtime. Overtime 1, caution out again. Apologize, everybody, for the delay on getting back to the restart and the crash happening on the green. We were trying to find what took place there, but nonetheless, there's it on the restart. Overtime attempt number 1. Brian Chu into Joshua Suss. Joshua Suss bicycles and then rim rides the side of it and then the roof. Oh, boy. And nowhere to go for the other man there of Chris Blanchard.
Yeah, he pretty much was just up on his side all the way down through there. I think it might have been a big old stack up down there on the bottom side. You see Larson still holding on to the lead. Watch this right here. Is Suss down on the bottom side. You got Chu lined right up on his tailgate. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, they kind of ran out of room. Chu was just all over the back of Suss, and Suss ends up getting into the back of Blanchard. And then Suss goes around. Chu got into him. Harris was getting into the back of Chu. It was a straight-up domino effect. Everybody was just knocking the hell out of each other on the bottom side. And Blanchard gets spun around, doesn't get a whole lot of damage out of it. Chu actually doesn't get that bad, but the one that really caught the short end of the stick, if you will, Wesley Outland, was Joshua Suss.
And you know who I blame? I blame Brandon Broadfoot. He jinxed Chris Blanchard because Brandon Broadfoot said, if Chris Blanchard wins this race, you got to ask him what the G's felt like in his new seat on the track. And then all of a sudden, Blanchard goes spinning. So, yeah, there you go. I'm playing with Brandon Broadfoot, our buddy in California. And, listen, how many people did you and Zachariah jinx on Friday, Talladega? I mean,
I didn't jinx
Yeah.
nobody. I didn't jinx nobody. No. I don't jinx people. Why would I jinx people? I don't jinx people. I'm waiting on Daniel Cunningham to pop in the live chat because I'm sure he would be one of them that would really be calling it out. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens. It's commentators' curse, folks. I used to think it was a myth, but no, it's real. It's real by a long
promise
shot.
you
It
that
really
shit,
is.
that stuff is real. Yeah. Hey, by the way, don't forget, we're getting ready for a fun season ahead. It's season number 6 of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. I can also give you some information on some other leagues that will be coming very soon. I'm understanding they are finalizing the schedules and the planning for a NASRA Blanchard's Towing Xfinity / ARCA series. How about that, Jacob Reeves? 1 week they're going to run Xfinity. The next week they're going to run ARCA. And then there was actually a discussion about maybe a Gen Cup series. And then obviously the NASRA Cup series, where Jeff Merck was the inaugural series champion. It's been off for a while. Justin White is getting everything back together. Matter of fact, Jacob, you told me about that after Labor Day. We get ready for season 2, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a good one to see what happens with Jeff Merck be able to defend his title. That Blanchard's Towing Xfinity / ARCA, that'll be a pretty cool one to see. Really kind of throw it a wrench in that bad boy. And folks, if you haven't yet, make sure you check out what's going to go on here on Fridays. We went through literally the ringer. We went through all kinds of chaos with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series getting ready to end their season 10, going to Auto Club this Friday night. So if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe. NASRA-360 Racing Network. Keep up with that. One big key that I will take away from that race that was at Talladega Friday night. Wesley, you was on the call with us with me and Zachariah. But MDW, Matthew David Wood, the big dog out of all of it, he has been lights out all season long, gets into this Elite 12 round, which is what we're in. And if you win, you get locked straight into the Championship 8. He gets wrecked out very early on. I think it might have been lap 2 or 3 at Talladega.
Lap 2. Yeah.
Lap 1, lap 2. He's out, and he's going to be in a big old hole going into Auto Club. So this season that he's been wanting to have, he needs to have a good finish at Auto Club because he's already behind the 8 ball. So, folks, you might want to check that one out Friday night and keep up with NASRA's premier series with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series Friday night Auto Club.
Lights off on the pace truck. We're going to come back for a restart, by the way, is there you see McChesney Park, Illinois, Tyler Goodwin currently in the top 20. There he is. I don't know why we're showing him back for. Something's going on with his truck. Oh, happy birthday. There we go. So a big old happy birthday there, Paul Goodwin. Wishing Tyler Goodwin a happy birthday. Back into the top 20. Back in the top 20, but he's still on the lead lap. And I am surprised by that. I really am. By the way, this is overtime attempt number 2. They tried the first one. They got wrecked. There are 3 attempts. And the lights are off on the pace truck. By the way, you were mentioning in the hole is the driver of, obviously, Matthew David Wood. Advancing is now Jeff Merck. He won Talladega, and what a sweet, sweet way he did it. By the way, archives of all of those races are available on the NASRA-360 Racing Network YouTube channel as we come back to green. Overtime number 2 here at the NASRA Clash and back underway. And speaking of Cofield, the defending, reigning Season 5 champion at the right time. Here comes the Auburn fan in the 58 to the leading 1.
Jonathan Cofield, 58 up front. Adam Newton, Stephen Thomas will swim, trying to bust up that party any way they see fit. Here comes Larson up top. Larson trying to get the shove right behind him is the 87 of Harris of Brian Chew behind them. Cofield leads them going into turn 3, well over 215 miles an hour as they dive down into turn 3 and 4.
There is pushing, there is shoving, there's a 3-truck tandem, not 2, it's a trio. Here they come off 4, and we got them sideways, and they're getting loose. Somehow they hold it. No! Crashing into the back! The 25 is airborne! and the caution did not wave. We stay white flag. They're crashing behind them. 1 to go. The race is on. The race for the win in the clash in turn 1, and there's another hard shot into the wall. Cofield's crashed. He's out of it. The leader is Larson in turn 2, and they're stacking like dominoes. Unbelievable.
This is a dogfight all the way down to the end, baby. They were door banging at 1 and 2. Everybody was getting straight up took out. Cole Larson, Stephen Thomas, and the 18, Justin Lumpkin, may have a shot at this bad boy. They're in the 3 Larson leads.
It is Lumpkin watching on. Here comes a move to the inside. He'll carry Ryan Delavu with him. Here they come to the line. 3 wide. Sideways is Thomas. He gets bicycled in the air. They're crashing. Coming to the line. Larson. Lumpkin. Larson. Lumpkin. Cole Larson wins the NASRA Clash at the iRacing Superspeedway. It was a preliminary. It was an exhibition. But by God, we were all entertained on a Monday night.
Wow. I bet you Dean Hopton is about as happy as he's ever been right now. He doesn't care. Nuremberg, Nordschleife. Nah, baby, we love iRacing Super Speedway. That whole 1 lap, all of them coming to the line, West Outland, with some of them flipping up in the air, and then all the way back around, baby. That was something that I think we'll never forget here in NASRA. That was a finish to remember.
In my opinion, probably one of the best clash races we've ever seen in the existence of the North American Sim Racing Association. And my goodness, it is worth another look. Cole Larson's truck got really strong. It got really strong early. He had to hold off the 2 attempts of overtime. But when it counts the most, what a way to start the new season. I know it's non-points, but it is a win. He's got the bragging rights of being the man to tame the virtual paperclip beast. That is the 3-mile iRacing Super Speedway. The high banks, the fury, the calamity, the crashes. Even on the last lap, the last turn, coming to the checkered flag, and it is Cole Larson from Oregon, Illinois, from the land of, if you will, Jacob Reeves, celebrating as the winner. Mr. Producer, let's go back, Maestro, to the final restart, but look at the results first of the NASRA DSR Electric Series NASRA Clash at the iRacing Super Speedway. How about this, Jacob Reeves? Cole Larson picks up the win. And now Justin Lumpkin, man, he made an effort. He was fighting all he could. He'll finish second. How about Kerry Tribune? This guy got involved in an accident earlier, and the number 7 raced his way back into the top 3 podium. We'll talk to those trio of drivers coming up next. Taylor Peacock, Nate Maurer, top 5, Joshua Suss, Ryan Delavu, Adam Newton, Brian Chu, Joey Stiers, all your top 10. Buzzy Mongold, Matthew Dula, Cody Knott, Birthday Boy, Tyler Goodwin, Raul Meza, your top 15, and you got the rest of the finishing order halfway back there, Jacob.
Yeah, all in the top 15 finished on the lead lap. Rest of them 1 lap down or more. Andrew Harris in the 87 took a hard lick on the last lap. He will finish 16th. Jonathan Cofield did as well, 17th for Jonathan Cofield. Stephen Thomas was up there battling with Justin Lumpkin and Cole Larson. Both Lumpkin and Thomas, we saw it, they made contact. Thomas is going to end up finishing 18th here this evening, with Huck Wigginton finishing at 19th. And Shane Trotter rounds out the top 20. Chris Blanchard was looking to have a good night. Brandon Broadfoot, he jinxed him, and he will finish 21st here this evening. Matt Cherry had that little bit of a scuffle. Think there may be some beef between Matt Cherry and J.D. Larson. We'll have to follow up on that. But Matt Cherry will finish 22nd here this evening, with Christopher Morse Jr. 23rd. Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith will finish 24th. Chad Ross will finish in 25th. Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. 26th. Craig Schroeder will finish 27th. Jacob Crawford, James Kaufman, Phil Pappas, the top 30, with J.D. Larson getting the DQ. He will finish 31st here this evening. TJ Moore was on race control.
It took an extra 55 laps total, 5 laps extra overtime, 2 attempts, but the time of race was 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 22 seconds at the checkered flag. Watch this again. Set this up because they're wrecking. You see the 22 up in the air flipping as they took the white flag. By the way, that was Shane Trotter. Let's go back now to the restart. Here's the initial restart. And watch the 58. That's Jonathan Cofield, the defending champion. Down to the inside. Got help with a push by Adam Newton. Put him in line. Look at Larson. Cole Larson with a help from Harris. All this comes to formation. Jacob, the storms were brewing. People were trying to get their chess pieces in order for checkmate. And obviously, it all got exciting. Coming off of this backstretch, heading to turn number 3, everybody was fair game on the super speedway here when they came to the white flag. By the way, the white flag was presented by Darren's Detail and Shine.
I mean, you see him right there with Cofield down there on the bottom side. Larson getting a huge shot. And then right about this time, that's when they was wrecking like hell back there in the back.
That's
Shane
right.
Trotter. They were back there as you see
Inside,
John down
58,
on the bottom
inside. There he is.
Brad Chew, and there you see everybody shoots up through here. Watch what happens. This is when all hell ends up breaking loose if it didn't already before the start-finish line. Brad Chew jumps down to the inside. He's got Andrew Harris up top. They're going to slide in. They're going to door bang. Harris loses it. Cofield goes up into the air. Actually, that's Harris up into the air. Cofield gets into them. They're slipping, sliding, wrecking all over the damn place back there in the back. Hate to
And
see
by
that
the way,
last season's champion.
And by the way, Jacob, in our defense to our audience, as you created paints as being a pain in the ass, so some of the trucks and the wrap colors look exactly the same, and it happened so fast. But now we're on the back straightaway here.
Yeah, and there you see Brad Chew. Check this out. Maurer just took a shot. I was banking on that all happening right here on this last lap. Everybody's just going to shoot up through there, not care. They going to end up running somebody over one way or another. They get back here. Peacock's back here door banging. Chew and them's back here door banging. But when you go up at the front, that was where Justin Lumpkin and Cole Larson was up at the front. You saw them. They make contact, riding right through there. This is Kerry Chabu, who finishes third. Check it out. Sees part, slides right through, and he will end up getting third. Peacock was able to slide through there and get fourth. As you see Stephen Thomas way up into the air, side over side, people flipping. Baby, that's why we love iRacing Superspeedway.
Adam Newton spinning around. So was the 11. Obviously turned northbound in a southbound lane. That's Ryan Delavue. Welcome to the series. He's a new addition. And there it was. Man, it was fun. It was entertaining. We're taking a break. We're grabbing the podium. It's the Florida Cabinet Distributors Victory Lane Circuit. Next at the iRacing Super Speedway, it is Cole Larson, the winner.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Boy, it was a wild one for the exhibition preliminary for season number 6 of the NASRA series. We are excited to be back with you. Jacob Reeves, the Redneck announcer. I am Wesley Outland. Bigglestein Hopton. We'll get his final assessment of his idea of wanting this. He got it. It was exciting. Cole Larson is the preliminary exhibition winner for the first time ever at the iRacing Superspeedway, and we welcome you to the Florida Cabinet Distributors Winner's Circle. And Cole, was it fun? Was it exciting? Was it exhilarating? Was it stressful? Was it panicky? How are you feeling at the end of this wild one, and how intense was this race? Congratulations on the victory.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was all those emotions, actually. I started almost dead last or whatever, 21st, and then I was able to somehow get through those early wrecks, and I worked my way up front, and just took control from there. Got control of all the restarts, and I was able to hold the lead throughout the entire race. There at the end, that last restart, it was I thought I lost it, but then I was able to get back up there and take the win.
And Cole, real quick, I mean, obviously this is not for points. We know this much. This is not for points. You're not locked into the championship or nothing like it, but you still get the win. I mean, it is still a win in the NASRA record books. I mean, what's this win mean to you? And can you use this win to be able to leapfrog or at least get your season on a high note? Because you got to win, but can you use this to carry the momentum into the season to be able to have a run for a championship this season?
Yeah, I think this really helps with momentum here. Getting a dub at this track's very hard to be able to win because just you don't know what's going to happen. So to get a win here says a lot. I mean, I know it's just Superspeedway, but this Superspeedway is insane. So it's super hard.
What was it like, Cole, racing on this place, man? And was it seeming like the bottom was where you needed to be for sure? Like if you tried to go up top, there was just, it didn't last, I guess. You had to stay to the end.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a run, I guess, up high, then it would have worked. But I mean, the bottom was just where everybody was at. So yeah, it felt like that's where you needed to be, and that's where it was better at.
Oh, it's got to be a good way to start the season with a victory, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is, because I'm going to miss Daytona because I'm going to be at the race, and I'm not going to be home until Tuesday, so, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, before we let you go, Cole, please thank your sponsors, man. Congratulations on winning the ever inaugural DSR NASRA Clash here at the iRacing Superspeedway.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad and mom for getting me into this, my fans that are watching, shirts and logos for the jerseys that you see when we do have our cameras on, True Designs for those awesome paint schemes that you see on our cars, and just thank you to you guys for doing this. The broadcasts are always awesome, and just thank you guys.
Hey, Cole, I got to also say big congrats to you because, I'm a stat guy. I'm looking at this right now. Your career NASRA start with this series. Overall, this is your first ever win. I know it's an exhibition, non-points win, but it is a win to go along with 8 top 5s and 15 top 10s. Congratulations. Enjoy this one, young man.
Yeah, thank you. Last season did not go well, so we're off on the right foot for this season. But yeah, thank you guys.
His first ever career NASRA sanctioning win is the exhibition NASRA Clash. Cole Larson picking up the victory here at the iRacing Superspeedway. Let's find Justin Lumpkin, the Toyota number 18. I think he's on camera with us as well. All the right moves. It's lyrics to the name of a great movie. It's lyrics to what you did surviving that crazy action at the iRacing Superspeedway for swim. Justin, you looked fatigued. How tired are you?
Actually, not too bad. We hung out in the back for the most of the race. We decided about 15 to go to make our move and got up there and got in all the chaos. But yeah, it's a crazy track. 3 miles, just 200 miles an hour going into the turns. It's just crazy. You got to make sure you time the runs right. You get loose going into the turn. You get loose coming out of the turn. It's a crazy track to try to win at.
Justin, I mean, we saw you right there coming at the line. It was you, Stephen Thomas, obviously swim affiliates. I mean, yeah, both of y'all kind of seemed like y'all had the same idea, but y'all kind of, I don't want to say screwed it up. I mean, hell, you come out of it good. He didn't, but
Yeah.
but I mean, was y'all talking about that through that whole last lap when y'all was trying to get latched on? Was y'all talking about that, or was y'all just pretty much every man for himself on the last lap?
No, I told Steven I was with him to the end. I was watching him, plus I was watching the 11 behind me, trying to see if he was going to get a run and go high. And I guess it was just miscommunication. I thought he was going to go out of the turn because that's where you get that run. And when I did, he didn't. And by the time he made the move, I was already to his quarter panel, and it was too late. We made contact, and wasn't nothing I could really do. But I do apologize to Steven for ruining his race there at the end. But it was just miscommunication between teammates.
The 11-time winner Justin Lumpkin settles for second in the inaugural iRacing Superspeedway NASRA Clash for the DSR Truck Series. Career start number 238 for him tonight. 59 top fives and now 118 top tens. Pretty good stats, Justin. I got to ask you, how different was this place compared to like Daytona, where we go for qualifying, the duels, and the big race in 3 weeks coming up?
It's a lot different. I mean, on Daytona, the runs, you can get runs, but you can't get runs like you can here. You have to sometimes you have to slow down going into the corners, and then if you do too much, you're going to get freight trained on either. If you're on the outside, you slow down, you're going to get freight trained on the inside. If you do it on the inside, you're going to get freight trained on the outside. It's just all about runs here. And with the long straightaways, it's just, you build up so much speed and momentum that if you lose it, you're going to fall back. Daytona, you can kind of stay in line, and you just use the brake and gas a little bit. Keep the gas down, use the brake, the trail brake a little bit, and stay in line, and you're good to go until it's time to make a move.
Hey, so let's have a segment of iRacing cribs. If you can, move your camera if you can move it. I don't know if you can or not, but give us a little shot of what your crib looks like, man. How you got your little setup here. Swim team hat on, so Jeff Sickles loves the promo. But if you don't want to show things, don't show things. But I just want to see your iRacing rig. What your stuff looks like, how your setup is.
I just moved it out here. This is our sunroom.
Oh,
so
cool!
I got windows all the way around me here. Got stuff on the wall. Can't really show you my rig, but
that's the version of a man cave with the sun, right?
That's right. That's right. I can't really show the rig too much, but
I got you. That's cool.
I just moved it out here. I taking a new job in 2 weeks, so no more night shifts and swing shifts. So my office where this was at is turned into my IT office. So
I heard
moved it out here, and I
so
like
does that mean you're gung ho? That mean you're gung ho for the season every Monday night? When you can?
No more missing. I will have to miss the duels. Just because that'll be my last shift at my old job, and then from there on, I'll be at every race.
Well, you know what you need to do with that? You just need to sit on the pole for qualifying next Monday night, and not have to worry about that. So there you go.
That is right.
Well, Justin, before we let you go, man, I know you're part of the swim team. Thank all the sponsors, and we'll see you next week for qualifying.
Thanks, sir. First off, got to thank God as always. Without him, we're not doing any of this. DSR Electric, Dan Gobble for all his support. Jeff Sickles for all his support. He's been a great owner. He takes care of us and does a lot of stuff for us. A's Lawn and Landscaping, Darren's Detail and Shine, the family handyman, Stephen Thomas. You got Jack's Mowing and More. Let's see who I got. I had the scheme wasn't on there tonight, but my primary sponsor for this season, Foresight IT Solutions. That's actually where my new job I'm going to.
Paints is being a what today, sorry.
Oh yeah, it happens. But and then my wonderful wife and my 2 stepsons, love them to death. My dad's watching, and my mom up in heaven, love her to death, and I'll see you one day. And all my teammates at Sickwood at Motorsports and Chrome, and the guys here at NASRA-360. Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, everybody. I know Carol Lumpkin's chiming in. I think that's the missus, and she says proud with a big old red heart. So, Justin, thank you, man, for what you do. Part of the NASRA family, of course. We were there when his mom had her issues. We had a big race in her honor, trying to raise money, and obviously, like you said, we're one big virtual family, a part of the iRacing world with NASRA, and that is just one of the great things we love about it. Justin Lumpkin, thank you, buddy. All right, let's grab third place, and let's see what Kerry Tribune has to say on the subject. Remember, he got involved in an accident early race, rallied, came back through the field, found his way in double overtime for a third place when all hell broke loose What was in your windshield, in your rear view mirror, Carrie? And what's that guy car? What did Mater say on the movie Cars? Ain't no need to know where I'm going, only know where I need to know where I've been, because you literally was like bypassing all of this trouble. You finished in third. What a comeback, Carrie.
Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty wild there. That last coming off turn 4, I couldn't believe I got to where I was and finished third. I just saw the seas part and just drove right through the thing.
Jacob. Woo!
I'm here. Yeah. I must have muted my mic or whatever. I was over there talking to myself, I guess, somehow or another. But Gary, I mean, you talked about that right there. I mean, just all the chaos and everything. This track, Dean, he's lobbied like hell for this thing. He wanted this track. He wanted this. And I was really excited for it. So was Wes Out, and I'm sure a lot of them was as well. But what would you like to see this be a points race? Because I've talked about that before. Because I don't care. I'm not racing. I just love watching it. But would you like to see this be a points race, or do you think it'd be just too damn crazy for it to happen?
Well, it was pretty crazy tonight for 50 laps. I don't know, another 50 more would probably be a little bit more crazier, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, if you finish third, yeah, why not? But if I didn't finish the race and just rode around there the whole night, I don't know. I don't think it would be that fun. But hey, whatever you guys decide, I'm up for it. I'll be here every week.
By the way, if you do the math, 50 laps times 3 is 150 miles. So obviously they'd probably add on another 50 laps, like 100 laps, 300 miles, I guess, if they'd done that. But nonetheless, Carrie, I do got to ask you, man, it seemed like you had to make your passes on the outside or the middle lane, but when you got to the front, you had to stay to the inside in this race. Why was that?
I think just if you're in the first 3 rows, you're pretty good to the inside. But I think to make a move, you had to kind of be on the outside if you're anywhere behind, row 5, because you just kind of stack up on the inside. So, I don't know. I just saw what was open there on the last couple laps and just went for it. And luckily, I kind of got cleared. And then just kind of rode to the inside, because I knew at the end of there they were going to get too wide, and obviously there's going to be some type of pushing and banging, and people are going to wreck. Just hopefully not be in it, but I don't know. It's just you just had to be there in at the bottom at the right time, and that was the right time, I guess.
Hey, what's your optimism preparing for the season ahead?
I was try to get a win at one of the road courses. I don't know. Just try to keep getting, top 5s. Just try to be there at the end. Just try to be more consistent, not just, screw it up like I did at Richmond. Just kind of get the finishes I should be getting, and we'll try to get to the championship 8 or 6 or whatever it is this season, and just try to be there.
Well, Bud, before we let you go, please thank your sponsors. Congrats on the top 3 podium here tonight.
Thank you, Wesley. I'd like to thank A&G Compressor Parts, all the guys at NASRA, Brady. Sorry you couldn't make it tonight. Hope you feel better, buddy. And everybody on my team, Matt, Phil, Brady. Yep, all those guys. And I appreciate all you guys sticking around and doing the broadcast. It's getting better and better every week. I love rewatching every race, and yeah, it's just fun times.
I'm sorry to hear that Brady's not feeling well. Hopefully he's will get to feeling better under the weather. I didn't know that, so thank you for letting me know that, Kerry. Well, Kerry, thank you so much, man. By the way, Kerry Tribune, his accolades of NASRA include tonight being career start number 224 overall. He has 6 career wins, 50th top 5, and 119th top 10. Remember, this was a non-points race, but it does count towards the overall tally. Kerry, thanks for your time from Costa Mesa, California. And again, caught up in accidents and was able to come back and finish in the 3rd spot. Taylor Peacock, Nate Maurer, again, your top 5 when the race finished. Well, Jacob Reeves, Mr. Redneck Announcer, It's time to go feed the baby. But before we do that, man, your final take of the iRacing Superspeedway, and as we get your closing thoughts, Bigglestein Hopton. Oh my goodness, man! What did you think? What did you think of this? What did you created this chaos and madness? You love the iRacing Superspeedway. What did you think of the overall? If you had to grade it,
I feel like Dr. Frankenstein, isn't it? It's alive. Yes, it was. It was. Well, you saw the massive runs. Just Justin Lumpkin mentioned it as well too. You can make a massive run with so many different slipstreams that you have with 5, 6, 7 cars that can go wide here. So it's a good opportunity for everybody to come back. And once again, looking at that top 5, well, 4 of those drivers in the top 5 all gained 20-plus places to get there. So absolutely shows you that, the drivers that make the most games, essentially, are the ones that start at the back. That's just what Superspeedway Racing produces. It was a cracker.
It was a great one, by the way. As he mentioned, Cole Larson up 20 spots to win. Justin Lumpkin up 26 for second. Kerry Tribune up 21 spots for third. Taylor Peacock went up 8 spots for a top 5 for fourth. But Nate Maurer, a top 5, up 21 spots. So, Dean Bigglestein Hopton, always a pleasure. I will see you in about, I guess, 6-7 hours, my friend, for NASCAR Australia for the BMG Xfinity Series. But, Jacob, we're back in the saddle again every Monday night. Going to be a fun 24 weeks of racing. And before that 24 weeks of racing, we have 3 weeks of preliminaries. Obviously, the NASRA Clash is in the books. Now we get ready for Daytona. And next Monday night is a special treat. A lot of people enjoy it. We've got single car qualifying at the Virtual World Center of Racing. Always exciting.
See, it really is always exciting. I mean, if you thought we was already nuts, I guess you could say, and how we're talking, cut up with one another, you're going to see it next week when we go with the single car qualified. It'll be awesome to do that whole deal. Certainly will be a blast. But I mean, you mentioned it. You got the next 3 weeks. You got to have the qualifying, and then the duels, and then you got to have the Daytona. So, you got to get your Super Speedway fixed 4 weeks literally in a row. You got it here tonight at iRacing Super Speedway. Not going to necessarily get the speeds like we got tonight, like you will at Daytona, but certainly is going to be a pretty good little deal, and certainly will be awesome to see what happens for Season 6 DSR Electric Truck Series. I'm happy to be back aboard, and I'm around on the Mondays just as long as Brady and y'all will have me. So can't wait to get this season started, baby. It's always a pleasure.
Always. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Cole Larson, even though it is an exhibition race at the NASRA Clash, is your winner, and it is presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors, Victory Lane, Winner's Circle. I cut a voiceover promo for them. I think we should start playing that. I think Cody Knott needs to get that to our buddy Dean Hopton. By the way, don't forget, next week we are at Daytona. You heard Justin Lumpkin say, hey, listen, I'm not going to be there for the duels. Well, if you're not going to be there for the duels, you better put it P1 or P2, because only the front row will be decided for the NASRA DSR Daytona 250 by that race, by qualifying next Monday night. Front row locked in. Everyone else will have to go through the duels in 2 weeks, and in 3 weeks' time, we will drop the green flag on the 6th-point season of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Well, bon voyage from the chaos and mayhem that is the virtual Frankenstein that Bigglestein Hopton wanted. The iRacing Superspeedway, the paper clip-on virtual big steroids. And when the 3-mile race ended in double overtime on the 3-mile track, might I add, it is Cole Larson burning it down, celebrating a new season, a new era at this track, and preparing for the 6th year of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Brady LaBeouf under the weather. I hope you get to feeling better, sir. One of the presidents of NASRA, along with Cody Knott, all of our amazing people, with TJ Moore, the race director, producer director, Bigglestein Hopton. You wanted iRacing Superspeedway. You got it. And we will see you at Daytona for the quest at the Virtual World Center of Racing. And now the road to the Daytona 250 for the NASRA DSR trucks rolls on. For Bigglestein Hopton, for Jacob Reeves, the redneck announcer, this is Wesley Outland thanking you you and yours, for joining us. We hope you've been entertained, and congratulations on Cole Larson winning the NASRA Clash at the iRacing Superspeedway. We'll see you in 7 days at Daytona.